So I see, what is the size of that printer and what is the size of the components that it can actually print?
Form 4 is designed to be a desktop size printer, so you can see it fits kind of cleanly on this desk behind me. And the build volume, sort of the parts you can contain within it, is 20 by 12.5 by 21 centimeters. So this is larger than the Form 3. And one sort of notable change is the build platform is now rectangular. And I've actually found that having one longer axis really does impact the parts you can print. Many parts are not uniformly longer in two axes, and so having that longer axis really does allow you to print much larger things than the Form 4.
All right, so now it's the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's see a
Absolutely.
demo of this incredibly fast 3D SLA printer.
Yeah. So I've got print job on the printer that we will run, and that job is a tower cap. So it's actually an injection molded component on the back of the printer. And I'm going to start by sort of taking out the consumables to show you what that setup process would look like, and then we'll start the print. So we have our sort of three things we need to do to start a print. And I'll go through those one by one. And we'll start with the resin cartridge. So this contains I'm using our fast model resin. So this is our resin that's designed to print very quickly for rapid prototyping. And so I can just insert that cartridge into the printer. As I mentioned earlier, swapping materials is as easy as just changing that cartridge. And the resin tank, our next consumable is the resin tank. And this establishes print surface, contains the resin that the cartridge dispenses. So this is a fast model, a resin tank, and it also has the mixer. Let's see, the mixer in here. And that sort of mixes the resin, keeps things homogeneous, even temperature for consistent printing, but also detects debris, as I mentioned earlier, in the tank or on the build platform. So keeps your printer safe from debris-caused damage and keeps you reliably printing. So I'll insert this as well, and that's just simply setting it down in the printer and latching it with the handles, and same thing. And the printer is going to detect you've inserted a tank. Is your mixer locked? So I'm just going to say yes. And then the last component is our build platform, and I'm using our BP Flex. This is a build platform that's designed to instantly release parts with sort of a simple squeeze of the hand. And that inserts the printer like so, and the printer is going to ask me, is the build platform locked and clean? And I'm going to say yes. And then we can shut the printer, and I'm going to go over to my print queue. And here I have a job pre-uploaded that is that tower cap. And I'm just going to press start. One cool new feature while this is preparing of the printer is the camera. You can actually see it at the back here. This printer told me the camera is disabled, but that's a feature that users can opt in and turn on. Allows for remote monitoring and also a really cool time-lapse feature where the printer will sort of automatically capture a time lapse of your print. And so this says checking for debris on the build platform. So the mixer is coming across and making sure that's clean. And now we're heating the resin. So the Form 4 under the LPU has heaters. We're going to heat the resin from 26.8 degrees Celsius in this room up to 35 C. And we're going to maintain that very consistent temperature for super consistent print results. And so this will take a few minutes. And once this heating is complete, that build platform is going to plunge down into the resin and start printing. And this job completes in 37 minutes. So this is I don't have one of the components, but it's about this big, and it's going to take 37 minutes. So a real injection molded component that an engineer might be, our engineers did, sit at their desks and prototype and want many iterations in one day. So, picture you could get, 8, 10 of these done in a single day. And get to that perfect design. So that has really changed the game for how we develop printers here at Formlabs as well in terms of print speed.
Yeah. Does it matter what software you're using?
Yeah, so our Form 4 is designed to use our preform software, and that is our slicer, which is to say it's our software that you sort of take your 3D model and it generates a print job. We designed that software to be super intuitive and easy to use. Anybody, including preform, including loading everything up in the printer and starting a job, can learn to print in sort of 15 minutes or less. We put a lot of work into just having Preform tell you, you want to use this material, auto-generate the supports you might need for the print, auto-orient the print, lay out multiple parts, and then upload the job to the printer. So that's what that software tool takes care of on sort of the front end of starting a print.
Any file can be uploaded, or?
Yeah, we take STL and OBJ are the two file formats, and those are very common sort of 3D outputs from any software. So yeah, any CAD tool can be used to generate a print.